Welcome back to Horton Hill, everybody. It's Sunday, the weekend of Thanksgiving. Been a busy weekend for us. We just got back home. We took off after we ate dinner with my sister and family on Thursday evening. Went down, stayed with my daughter on Thursday night and her husband. And then we left and went to the Smoky Mountains. Stayed there through Saturday afternoon, then took off and went outside Atlanta, just north of Atlanta. There's a restaurant we like to eat at down there. They opened up one there in Marietta. The ones we eat at are typically down in Texas, and like I said, they opened one up there. So we had a short little trip. Our 25th wedding anniversary is this coming Tuesday. Tuesday is our 25th wedding anniversary, so we spent a few days down there to kind of celebrate that. So just got back home again Sunday afternoon. I need to gather up a little firewood here, get it up to the house, and I've got something I'll show you here when I get this up there. I do keep some of our wooden totes back here. You can see I cut the lids out of them, out of the bladders. These will work pretty good. I do have a bunch stacked over here that's not under tarp or anything. That stuff stacked in the background there was cut late this year and it's drying out, so I'm not too worried about it getting wet or anything. We won't burn it this year, but got a lot of cherry in these totes and oak. A lot of red oak. That's what this is here. I'll get a little bit of this cherry. And then I got a couple totes of gum over here, which I don't burn a lot of it, but it does burn pretty hot and pretty quick. So it's always good to help get them going too. But I'll gather up some of this red oak here and some of this cherry and get it up to the house. I think it's about 45 degrees and raining out here today. It's actually pretty nasty day. It looked like the lows are going to get down into the mid 20s there, low 20s for the next few nights. So again, try to get some of this wood and get it up to the house here. And we ended up stopping at a Buc-ee's Travel Center. I think that's what it's called, Travel Center, rest stop. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty unbelievable. They've got all kinds of stuff there. I've never seen so many gas pumps and diesel pumps. There's probably 60 gas pumps and diesel pumps out front there. But they did have a lot of outdoor stuff. So they had like those, it wasn't Solo brand, but they had some of those smokeless wood burners there, outdoor fire pits, I should say. They had some log racks. They had some fire ring type deals outside there, some deer feeders, all different kind of stuff. It's actually pretty cool. We did get a new log rack, which I never thought I'd buy a log rack from a truck stop or whatever you want to call it. But I was wanting to do something different. I had just been stacking this wood on the ground up by the house, by the basement door there, and I was wanting to get it up off the ground. But that area is kind of goofy. It's got a little slope to it or a little slant in the concrete. And the one I found will actually work really good up there. So I'll have to get some more of this and get it up there. I did find a little bit of some ash in one of these too. You can see on there the beetle kill and what happens to these ash trees. So I did have some of it split. I did find some, so I'll take some of that with me too. As you saw coming down the driveway there towards the wood pile here, I have a bunch of that ash up there by the wood splitter I need to get working on. I just don't think it's going to happen today. I might try to get some of that going here later in the week. It'll be too nasty to get the tractor up in the woods and do any work up there. I have started clearing a little area. So taking a few trees, there's some I think there's one ash tree I took down. It was standing dead up there, but there's a bunch of cherry trees. It's got some root rot in them. And then a few other poplars that I'm not going to use for anything. So I'm trying to clear out a pretty decent sized area for a food plot up there. I hope I can get it, 3/4 of an acre or so up there, but it's going to take a little while for me to get this done. I got, just that 33R tractor and the grapple, but at some point I'm gonna have to get a excavator in there, a small excavator, start digging out the stumps and stuff. But for now, I'll continue to try to work on that through the winter as I can here. Hopefully the weather will hold out for me or get cold enough to freeze up where I can get the tractor up there and get some more work done. That little few days off and being able to go do something that we don't take enough time, Farrah and I, to take time for ourselves. We're always trying to work outside here, take care of things at our normal jobs, and don't really take a lot of time off. She actually had to work Thursday, and then after she got done, I went and picked her up, and then, like I said, we went to my sister's house and spent some time with them. But the more time that her and I could spend together after these 25 years, it really means something. We all need to be able to take some time and spend that way and relax and unwind and get away from our normal day-to-day stuff. It kind of recharged me, and I think it definitely helps Farrah and I reconnect and stay on page and on task, and gives us some time to talk about the future and what the future of this property is and what we're going to do with it when the time comes for us to either get rid of it or pass it on. So it was a lot of good conversation and time well spent. Got to see some great things down in the Smoky Mountains there. That's our first time ever getting down there. It was pretty unbelievable going up in Smoky Mountain National Forest, I guess is what it's called, there at Cades Cove. The drive-in's just beautiful. When we got in there, we didn't get to see a bunch of animals. I guess there's elk and bear and some, we did see some deer, but the amount of people in there is it's pretty unbelievable too. Everybody wants to go see this stuff, and there's two different paces. There's the pace of that Farrah and I were on, and some others, which is fairly slow and taking our time driving through there, and the other ones are on your butt with up against your bumper trying to get you to pull over, or maybe they're on a limited time schedule where they're trying to see the same things. But like I said, definitely two different paces of people that you run into at these places. So I made it back up to the house here. I'll turn you around and show you this log rack here. Yep, so here it is. This is that area I talked about. It's kind of goofy. I don't know if you can see it on film here or video, but there's this area right here kind of slopes up, and it just was a weird area. I did have to put a little brick chip under here to get it to stay level, but for finding this at a truck stop, whatever you want to call it, I think it was 110 or 15 bucks, maybe $120. I couldn't build anything cheaper than this. I mean, maybe a couple cinder blocks and some 2x4s, but this actually, I think, will work out pretty good right here. I think the brand is still on here, so it was Old Country Barbecue Pits is the name of it here, and yeah, it was $119 for this, but this will work really well, I think, for what we need, and it looks better than everything just kind of stacked on the ground right there. There's one of the little cats right there. Well, there it is, all loaded down. That worked out really, really well. Again, who'd have think when you go to get your brisket sandwich and a Slurpee there at Buc-ee's, you could find you a nice firewood stand. Well, that's all I have this week for Horton Hill. Again, thanks for watching, and happy anniversary to my wife Farrah. Still love you after 25 years.